nobody seems to be paying attention. But environmentalists are pushing for a sustained advocacy, awareness campaign, policy implementation, enforcement, and partnership with government to safeguard the environment.
We have a lot of waste generation because we consume things every day, from industrial revolution, increased the waste, and then a lot of instances that generate waste on a daily basis, even household item. So there's an increment in waste. But managing it has become a challenge, particularly in developing countries like Nigeria. So we are trying to have a kind of stimulative effect on particularly in Nigeria, that we can then manage waste. And there are different types of method of managing waste. And there are new technology, which we call integrated management waste strategy. It's a new system of managing waste. It's a whole lot of comprehensive system where we merge technical and non-technical process of managing waste. We don't practice that yet. Integrated waste management system, like I said, it involves the technical and the non-technical process. The technical process involves the build-up of waste treatment plants, chemical treatment, physical treatment, which we are used to, and the non-technical process involves policy adoption, training, creating awareness in the environment. So if we try to integrate both together, we manage waste. Developed country has done this, and that's why they are managing their waste. I think here in Nigeria, we need to integrate that two process. That is the best way to manage waste. And the integrating both process makes it seamless because you reduce waste from the source. Because the waste is a process from the inception of the waste to the final disposal of the waste. You know how to manage it. So integrating this process, like I said, the non-technical process, which is not implemented in Nigeria, creating policy adoption where you ban some reusable, something that are not reusable, you ban it. Things that are reusable, you ensure that there's more production of such item. And things that are recyclable, you ensure that there's more production of such item. You create a recyclable environment, ensuring that anything you use are recycled. I think it will reduce the waste from the source, so we don't generate more waste. If you know how to manage this municipal solid waste, which has about 95% of waste, it go a long way to manage the waste. And if we can inculcate this to the young ones, telling them in schools, ensuring that we have different waste bin, telling them how to segregate the waste bin, telling them, the food waste need to be in the green plastic, the metal waste need to be in the red plastic, while the other waste, which is the plastic waste, needs to be in the yellow plastic. So that awareness, if it's created, it will go a long way to mitigate the impact of waste policy. There was no regulation. Plastic initially was thought to be cheap, and people were producing it. Even though plastic, when it came to us, it was thought to be more hygienic. So when you buy things, it's well packaged in plastic, both plastic water, plastic bottle water, sachet water. It seems hygienic. But later on, we discovered that the harm, it's more than the hygiene, we are saying. And there are other hygienic ways we could get this stuff without using plastic. So I think there was no regulation. Nobody saw the impact in the future that this plastic is going to bring to our environment. So now there's already a menace. So, and now it's time for government to put policy. Yeah, there are other African countries, they're putting regulation, they're putting policy to manage this. It's high time our government needs to put policy in place to manage it. Yeah, we can manage it. We can, the plastic waste, we have menace of plastic waste everywhere. We can work hard to remove this plastic waste and recycle them. And we have some plastic that cannot be recycled, but there are different ways of managing them and properly disposing them. Sometimes people dispose their waste in our gutters and our water channel. And there is a network that flows down, and these plastic find themselves in our water bodies, majorly lakes, lagoon and ocean. So I think the awareness wasn't there. They saw it as a cheap form of disposing waste. So instead of paying for it, it's free. You just throw it in the gutter or in the water body. But they don't know the impact of this, of their action could also have a reverse on human health, because this plastic gets to the water body, and we have other marine organism and other marine animal that lives in this water body that we eat. So we can get poisons from that. There's a popular component of this plastic, which is dioxin. Is an organic poison that click to human molecular system, to animal molecular system. So when we eat this seafood, we get this into our system, which is toxic. Now it's high time for government to implement policies, because I tell you, if you educate, there are a lot of NGOs that have been educating people on the impact of plastic for over 2-3 years now, but it's high time for the government to put in policies in place, policies that ban the use of plastic, and we get alternative uses. Like I said, we could use paper. They are biodegradable, so we can look for alternate source and pull off plastic. Yeah, if we want to use plastic, we know that we minimize the amount of plastic, so it will be easy to manage. But when we have this quantity of plastic, I tell you, every day, today I've used about 4 plastic bottle water. I've taken 4, and I don't have a choice. If I had alternative, I would have not used plastic. If the manufacturer are using another means of storing and packaging this water, I don't think I would have used that amount. So how many? We have about 200 million person in Nigeria, and 95% of Nigerians today use plastic every day. So it's a menace that we need to solve now. A political will from the government, it's really down here. I think the government should take a bold step to do this, to work in this direction. We have other African countries recently coming up with different waste management, putting up policies, like I said, adopting policy in like some of our West African countries like Benin Republic and Cameroon. They've banned plastic bottles and plastic bags. So you don't see plastic bottles and plastic bags. So they use plastic papers, which is better, which is more decompose. So there is their government have realized the impact of this, and now they have adopted a new strategy to manage this. I think we here need to start working together with environmental experts, to see how we can manage this waste and reduce it from the source. That is the key. Reduce it. When we adopt that process, I think we're able to clear the challenge we're going through now. Going to oceans are risk environments. They are high risk in those environments. You need to be well trained to go there, and going there you must have training on sea survivor. So it's a high risk environment, and you need contingency plan in place to go there. You can't just go there if you're not well trained and if you don't have divers. So these are high risk environments, and we need more trained people to go to this environment to rescue the marine ecosystem. We have young people coming up with circular economy for the past 5 years. We have a lot of recycling company. Yes, this is a good initiative, and I applaud them for that, but there is more to be done, because this plastic, like I said, most of this plastic have found themselves in difficult environment which we cannot access. Most of them are now in our ocean, in our lake and rivers. So we need to go to this point to pick them and recycle. So the circular economy, yes, it's a good initiative, and I want more to come in so we can solve this problem, because it's a big challenge now in Nigeria. So we want more recycling company to come in. And a circular economy, we want government to assist in this, giving them incentive and to assist them run their process. I think with this, we'll go a long way in managing plastic waste. There is a need for collaborative effort from all experts to solve this problem, because this problem is not only government, it's the future. We need a sustainable environment, an environment we're going to pass to the next generation. So we don't need to wait on government. It's high time corporate organization, individuals that are interested about the environment to come to rally around to save the environment. Because if we don't save this environment, if we destroy this environment, we don't know what we are going to pass to our next generation.
The rains have further worsened the environmental condition of residents at the Okokomaiko Leper Colony, a suburb of the Lagos metropolis, exposing residents of the colony to further threats. The lepers colony over the years since inception has been subjected to myriads of environmental degradation, courtesy of its presence beside a dump site and subjected to activities of scavengers daily forage in the dump site. The colony has never benefited from any government intervention till date, except from an NGO, Font of Love, which has devoted time to cater to the welfare of these persons. Of recent is the intervention from a financial house in partnership with the NGO to reach out to these persons. But apart from deplorable conditions of the lepers and their family, of concern also is the high breeding rates among the women. It's the season of rains, and as is known, the environmental condition of Lagos worsens with flash flooding within and around the metropolis. The lepers colony in Okokomaiko is no different, but theirs is further worsened by the presence of a dump site and scavengers.
Their condition is worse, but what can they do? What can we do? I'm trying my best. I'm asking God to help me more. I've contacted some people in Lagos State. They are trying to see how they will come and build school for them. We are still on it.
The slum and low-income level of residents make their women resort into childbreeding, further increasing out-of-school population of children. Though families usually get palliatives during festive seasons, this is not translated into a better life.
I'm begging Lagos State government to come here. Doctors should come here. It's only doctors and the government that can help us control all these things. Even if I talk to them, I don't stay here. They will still do it.
For those who visit this colony, the thought has always been that of when succor would eventually come to these people. It's a wrap on the program, The Environment. Thanks for watching. Until I come your way some other time, remember, it's only one earth, one life. Protect it. I'm Funke Adesoji. Bye for now.